So we will start this evening on page 191 with praises for the 21 Taras that we are saying for the health of His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Starting with the invocation. From your sublime abode at the Potala, O Tara, born from the green letter Tam, your crown adorned with Amitabha, action mother of the Buddhas of the three times, Tara, please come with your attendants. The gods and demigods bow to your lotus feet, O Tara, you who rescue all who are destitute. To you, Mother Tara, I pay homage. O my prostrate to the noble transcendent liberator, homage Tara, swift heroic, eyes like lightning instantaneous, sprung from opening stamens of the Lord of Three Worlds, tear-born lotus. Homage she whose face combines 100 autumn moons at fullest, blazing with light rays resplendent as 1,000 star collection. Homage golden blue and lotus, water-born in hand adorned, giving effort, calm austerities, patience, meditation, her sphere. Homage crown of Tathagatas, actions triumph without limit, relied on by conquerors' children, having reached every perfection. Homage filling with Tutare, whom desire direction and space, trampling with her feet the seven worlds, able to draw forth all beings. Homage worshipped by the All-Lord, Chakra, Agni, Brahma, Marut, honored by the hosts of spirits, corpse racers, Gandharvas, Yakshas. Homage with her tray and pay sounds, destroying foes' magic diagrams, her feet pressing left out right in, blazing in a raging fire blaze. Homage to her, a very dreadful destroyer of Mara's champions, she with frowning lotus visage, who is slayer of all enemies. Homage at the heart, her fingers adorn her with Rejal mudra, light ray masses all excited, all directions will adorn her. She so joyous, radiant, crown emitting garlands of light, mirthful laughing with Tutare, subjugating Mara's devas. Homage she able to summon all earth guardians assembly, shaking, frowning with her home sign, saving from every misfortune. Homage crown adorned with crescent moon, all ornaments more shining. Amitabha in her hair knot, sending out much light eternal. Homage she mid wreath ablaze like eon-ending fire abiding. Righteous lip and joy surround you, troops of enemies destroying. Homage she who strikes the ground with her palm and with her foot beats it, scaling with the letter whom the seven level she does conquer. Homage happy, virtuous, peaceful, she whose field is peace nirvana. She endowed with omen Soha, destroyer of the great evil. Homage she with joy surrounded, tearing foes' bodies asunder, frees with human knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters. Homage to Re with seed letter of the shape of syllable, whom by foot stamping shakes the three worlds, Meru, Mandara, and Vindhya. Homage holding in her hand the hair marked moon of Deva lake form, with the spoken Tara and Pei, totally dispelling poison. Homage she whom gods and their kings and the Kinnaras do honor, armored in all joyful splendor, she dispels bad dreams and conflicts. Homage she whose two eyes bright with radiance of sun and full moon, with twice Hara and Tutare, she dispels severe contagion. Homage full of liberating power by the set of three natures, destroys hosts of spirits, yakshas, and race corpses supreme Ture. These praises with root mantras and prostrations thus are 21. And now back to page 190 for the prayer of the benefits. Whoever is endowed with devotion for the goddess and recites this with supreme faith, remembering it at dawn upon waking and in the evenings, will be granted all fearlessness, will perfectly pacify all negativities, and will eliminate all unfortunate migrations. The multitudes of conquerors will quickly grant initiation. Thus endowed with this greatness, one will eventually reach the state of a Buddha. If affected by the most terrible poison, whether ingested, drunk, or from a living being, just by remembering will one be thoroughly cleansed. If this prayer is recited 2, 3, or 7 times, It will pacify all the sufferings of torments caused by spirits, fevers, and poisons, and by other beings as well. If you wish for a child, you get a child. If you wish for wealth, you will receive wealth. All your wishes will be fulfilled, and all obstacles pacified. And now, page 27, and we'll do the 7-limb prayer in Tibetan. Gosum gupe gune chok chelo ngo shami trul chutrin malubul tog mene sagdik tum tam cheshak ke page wanam la jairam korwama tong bardulek shugne drola chuki korlo korwadam dagjen gainam jang chub chen porngo. And now on page 98, and we'll do the short mandala offering. Saji Paki Jukshin Meto Tramri Rabling Shi Nidegen Padi Sangye Shindu Mikte Uwa Idro Kunam Dag Shima Chupar Jetsun Lama Dampa Kenam Kichu Kukala Kense Chudzin Trig Jitar Zampe Dulce Zima Laza Gechuki Chapa Wabtu Sol Idam Guru Radha Mandala Kam Niryatayami
Sanje Jada Janam La Chanjo Pardon Dami Dagi Chishin Jimbe Sanam Jindola Bejo Sanje Numayo Sanje Jada Sanje Janam Chanjo Pardon Dami Jabzu Dagi Chishin Jimbe Dola Benja Sanje Numayo Sanje Jada Sanje Janam Chanjo Bando Dane Jamzu Dabi Chishin Jibe Nide Shiva Zona Kushin Nijin Shirin Zakaya Nana Lame Majana Lame Nide Kataya Zade Meduna Nabakunte Nazo Nide Chajo Sebedo Saji Nala Kange Deje Devanjo Kaba Mevaja Mevaja Mevana Meva Ho Mevando Mevada 관계 두전에 돈에 나와던 묘목에 담배 편데 좀 먹고던 Good afternoon. Welcome back. Welcome back to the class. You grew up, maybe already enlightened by sleeping. Enlightened by sleeping. Little one is still ways to go for enlightenment. Understood? Yeah. See? Okay, now. Buddha's lifetime, and one of the Buddha's students, so he has one student, and he's trying to teach him how to meditate, but that person could not meditate by sitting. He couldn't. He tried. Never meditate. He could not meditate by sitting. So then he can meditate very well by sleeping. So then it become like that. So now the last paramita, last perfection of wisdom. So that's we have been trying to explain that. So last Wednesday we studied that. So now the first question is very important. Why is so important? Why is so important? Why is so important to understand the nature of self? Nature of self. Why is so important to understand nature of self? Asleep. On the flower. Yeah. In the very beginning, so we become attached. We become attached to self. That's one reason is why so it's important to understand what is self. It's very, very important to understand what is self. Because of self, then what do you say? What goes down comes down because of self. If there's no self, you can't talk about what goes down comes down. You can't talk. That is actually karma. So now slowly it's like kind of puzzle. Now it makes sense. There's some text suggests, okay, not having clear understanding of shunyata, you are not going to understand karma. Why? Because there's very strong relationship. Why is so important to understand self? What is self? How you define self? Why is so important? Because of that, everything happens. Everything. Right from the beginning, you become attached to self. I. Then my. So that's why it's very important. Then different thoughts rise based on that. Based on that, different thoughts rise. Something that you don't like, something that you like, you become close. Something you don't like, you create distance. And something you have no interest, like or not like, and then become like, say, what you call strangers. So then all kind of thought rise. Then, that thought produce actions. So then every actions, and there's reactions. Then that's how everything becoming very, very complicated. Everything is becoming very, very complicated because of self. Then because of self, so like, one could also achieve moksha, liberations, enlightenment, fully enlightenment. So that's why, according to Buddha's teachings, particularly shunyata, teaching on ultimate realities, all the problems that we are experiencing now, all the experience before, going to experience in the future, because of these confusions, not knowing what self really is, knowing what self really is. So that's what we've been talking about. So these are 4-point analysis. So that's instructions how to see ultimate realities and how to go beyond conventional realities. Everything that's all the experience in life, my world, your world, is just perceptions. Make sense?
Yes.
Your world is your world is creation of your mind. That's why your world is creation of your mind. Some people just see some people see tabaramjam, some people just see pure. Some people see everything impure, negative. No, that's the creation of your own mind. So to understand the true nature of that mind also is very critical. And self. So that's what we've been talking about. There's 4-point analysis. If some of you out there has very strong interest to learn about shunyata, the ultimate reality, truth, conventional truth, ultimate truth. So this is the instructions that's been used thousands of years. It's been still using. So that's the instruction that you should use. Then that will probably help you to go beyond the conventional reality, or go beyond all the barrier you created by your mind. Maybe there's something beyond that. There's something beyond. It's not the ultimate things. It's just conventional things. Maybe there's something beyond that. So in order to go beyond that, so first one needs to understand what is self. What is self? So that's what we've been talking about. So first point analysis is called Galjang Yunju. Galjang Yunju means identifying the object to be negated. Identifying object to be negated. The example that I said, if you have never seen elephant, if somebody asks you to go to the room where there's no elephant, you may go to the room where there's all the elephant, because you don't understand. So in order to, first point analysis, identifying the object to be negated, object of negations. What is that? You go back to your experience. You don't go somewhere else. You don't go to Nepal. You don't go to Mount Everest to find. You go back to your experience. Somebody calls you John. What's your experience? Somebody calls John. Or you feel like, somebody calling me. So that experience is rising from where? Rising from based on what? Based on body, or based on name or level, or based on mind. Mind has been not very much talked in the Western world, right? Mind has been not much talked about in Western world. You say brain. Or we could say the same thing. When somebody calls you, the sense of I rise. Somebody calls you honey. So what kind of, what notion of self rise? Somebody call you liar. What notion of, what experience, has a notion or experience? What notion of self rise? We experience self based on different occasions, different events. But we don't analyze. So now it's time to analyze. So that's why there's kind of debate that we had last Wednesday, and unfortunately time ran out. So now last Wednesday, that now the first point analysis is pretty much finished. Identifying the object of negations. Not every experience of self is valid. Not every experience of self is not valid. Some of them are very invalid. But for us, we don't care. Either experience, whether it's valid or invalid, we build stories. We build so many things on that. So many fields that we build things on, so many things on that. And we do the same thing, as I mentioned, like at night, probably at night, there are many components that contribute you to get confused with the tree and the person. Actually, maybe it's tree. Then you end up seeing there's a person, and you project all kind of things, eyes, hair, blood, all of things, and all kind of emotions rise. It's the only way you can eliminate all these emotions is to find out whether there's a person or not. You need a bright light. Of course, then you need eye. If you don't have eye, then bright light, no, doesn't mean anything. You couldn't see. There's the wisdom. The wisdom is the kind of like the eyes. The wisdom is kind of the eyes. The bright light, that's the instructions. That's the instructions. How to meditate on ultimate reality, shunyata, or emptiness. So together with that, then you will find whether there's a real person or not. So once you find out that that's not person, it's a tree. So all the emotion that rise based on that will gone. Similar. Every experience of self that we encounter based on event and situations, somebody calls it honey or no honey. So what kind of that like notion of self rise, and we don't analyze based on what? Body or brain or name. Somebody calls you liar, so then what the notion of self is stronger, more aggressive, more stronger. At that time, the self that you experience, can you explain the self, the very self that you are experiencing now, can you explain that? Is that body? Or is that just your name? Or is that you are like as a brain? What is it? Maybe there's nothing serious. Or you become so serious, so tense, but there's nothing serious, maybe. Maybe slowly you get to the point that everything is something lovable. There's nothing serious. Everything is something lovable, including death. No? Oh. So then last Wednesday I said, what I said I'm my body. So then I asked you to bring your argument. What are you going to say? If I say, okay, you ask me, Geshe, who are you? I'm saying, I'm my body. What do you say now? You did say something last Wednesday. So then, if you prove that I'm wrong, I will let it go. But I'm not letting it go easily till you prove that I'm wrong. I'm going to hold on that. So that's my theory. That's my assertions. That's what I believe. My body is me. That's me. So what do you say? So you have to prove? Yeah, you have to prove. So, but even there's all the, it's not like, oh, this is the first time it happened. No, it already happened thousands of years ago. The argument is already raised. So I was wondering, what are you going to say?
You say that your body is you, basically, is what you're saying. So how can self also be a possessor of the body and claim to be the body?
No, I'm not saying. I'm not saying my body is self. That's me. That's the possessor. That's everything. That's me. That's the possessor. That's the body.
Well, being a owner of a body and being the body are two different things.
No,
So
no.
if you say this is my
Owner-
body,
owner of-
how can my be also the same thing?
Good idea. But my body is out of question, so there's not.
This is my book.
Yeah, you could
So
say this is my
I-
book.
I'm not the book.
Mm.
You know, so when you say my body, you've got two objects, self and then my body. So you're the owner of the book. You're the owner of the body.
You basically, you means my body. That's my assertion. I am my body.
Yeah.
So your argument is like, then what's your argument?
The argument is that you got two objects, self
So?
and the body,
So,
but they're not equal.
huh?
It's like having change in your pocket.
Right,
you know?
right.
This is my money,
Oh,
but my body is not this money. You know, self is not this body, this money.
oh, that's good news. Then I will ask you, who are you?
Who am I?
Yeah. If you are not body, are you your brain? Or are you your name?
I would say how I treat myself during the day, I probably say is my mind and body.
Your body? So
My
now,
mind
yeah,
and body. But here again, I fall to saying my and my, you know, as an owner of the body and owner of the mind, you know, it's kind of like my self is telling what my body is to do and what my mind's supposed to do. So it seems like the mind and the body and the self are separate rather than integrated.
oh, like when you say separate, that means there's no relationship. Because I've been debating last 30 years in monastery. You can't just, that's what I'm saying. It's hard to beat me because we have been debating since I was teenagers. Yeah, so I graduated from that. So now when you say separate, are you saying there's separate meaning no relationship?
Separate. That's
So
a good
now,
question.
now you are going to be the
I'm going to
person
think
who's going
about
to
that
answer.
one.
I'm going to be the person who's going to be questioning you. Yeah,
Next.
yeah.
I think I have a good one. I think it is biologically it is proven these days that the cells in the body decay and you get rid of them.
Yeah,
So it is, I think, I don't have, of course, the book or anything with me, but I think every, I think 7 years, all the cells are gone.
oh, change, reduce, reproduce.
Yeah. So
So-
that way you cannot be that body.
Mm. So now the question is, if somebody says, I am my body, what is the problem? So you have to defeat that assertions. You can't just say, oh, you cannot say that. That's not, of course you can say, why not you cannot say? So that you cannot say that, but you know how you defeat that theory, that belief, I am my body.
The original body or the body 7 years later.
The body that you see, my body, what you see, that is me. So you could say separate. So then the question, the person who's asking question, they're not going to stop with their questions. They will have more questions. So then they will corner you. So eventually you have to answer. So they will then say separate meaning, no relationship. So there's each idea. If somebody says, I'm my body, that needs to be defeated through debate. If somebody says, oh, I changed, I think now I see there's a lot of problem, so I'm going to change. Now I think now I'm my brain. So there's a lot of people raise argument. So that assertion is not, you can't sustain that because logically you are losing. You have to let it go. So now you say, okay, I'm my name. So then you, again, somebody has to argue your name. So then, the debate is not like banging your head on the wall. Then you are never going to win. That means other person also has to, understand the whole logic. Otherwise, it's like debating, it's like banging your head on the piece of pillars. So you are never going to win. So like long time ago, there's one monk traveling through Tibet, and one night ended up in somebody's house, like some small village. So there's mother in that house. Of course, the monks are trained to debate. You don't just accept, or somebody say, you don't accept right away. So you have to analyze before you accept. That's why we debate. We don't just take it lightly. We debate. So then there's something happened. The monks was there, and there are some kind of small bugs running around the stove. Like made out of mud, cooking stove. So the mother said, monk, please, can you take that, bugs somewhere that's free of death. Make sense? Somewhere there, that bug is not going to die. Immediately, monk said, please, mother, can you take me someplace where I will not die? So mother said, you never ever argue with the monks. So anyway, so that there's three things. There's three possibilities. Either person will say my body, or they will say my mind, or from the West you could say your brain, or you could say your name. My name is me. So now, how to defeat those, theory or belief or view, perceptions, how to defeat. The point is to find the true self. If you have no idea, if somebody says, oh, this is an elephant, you need to bring some kind of argument to prove, oh, this is not elephant. In order to find the true elephant, real elephant, somebody say, oh, the donkey, that's elephant. So you need to explain. So like that. So now why? As I mentioned before, all the problems caused by fundamental confusions means not having clear idea what is self. So that cause, according to Buddhist teachings, particularly the last perfections, because in the very beginning you become attached to yourself, and that self is not very clear to you. So then from there, then you say my, then after like confusion after confusions. So that's according to Buddha's teachings. So if you have some other way to point what is the root of all the problems, so the basic is to find the root, find the root. Otherwise, we are never touching the root of the problem. We just fixing something here, something there, So then the root is the one who's causing all the problems.
Geshe, what would that monk who says, I am my body, say if I said,
who is that monk?
A monk. I just, let me just say, if someone here says, I am my body, and I say, does your body ever change? Was your body at 5, you, and now this body is you? Which one is you? Is that a valid?
Yeah. All my body since my
Right. So how many yous are there if your body is changing in every?
Yeah, but I would say only one. If I say many, so then that's hard to take care.
Well, yeah,
Even
then you
it's
you're shot.
very hard to take care of one. So then taking care of many. So that would probably going to be nightmare. Yeah, I change. My body change. I change. I change. But that's very that's good argument. That's very good argument.
It's
Yeah.
somewhere to begin, maybe, or to think. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sort of grabbing something.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's a good argument. So the point here is not who's going to win, who's going to lose. That's not the point. Point is to find all of each person in this class. Their interest to find how to define self. That's the interest, and everybody trying to contribute to that, to find what is self, how you define self. That's the goal. So that's why we debate. So debate. So then, first, somebody probably never heard somebody say, "I am my body." Never heard, become kind of shocked. So the shock is not good enough. So need to need to prove. So so now I'm just throwing this idea, so how you debate. The point is to find the true self. So then it's not finding outside. It's just like analyzing experience of self. Experience of self.
Just as a question, what is the body?
What is the body? Body is the collection of 4 elements: water, earth, fire, wind. That is what the body is made of. Everything that's solid, there's earth. Everything that's liquid, there's water. The heat, there's fire. Then breathing, there's wind. So that's what the body is. Body is made out of kind of 4 elements. So I'm saying that's me.
I would want to say, does your body think?
Yes.
Does your body make choices?
Yes.
Yeah? Your body can direct it to do things, to grab something or to walk,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And your body can do this because it has a brain. Your brain helps you to think and to do things.
That's
Right.
body. Yeah, yes.
Okay, right? So at the instant of death, when your body has not yet changed, has not yet deteriorated, but you have died, can your body still think?
Yeah, that's good. What you say? Now I'm losing my ground. Yeah. Now my ground is started shaking. Yeah. I say, when I die.
Yeah, at the moment of death, if your brain is what helps you to think, make choices, likes, dislikes, but at the moment of death, your brain has not deteriorated yet, but you are dead. Can you still think? Can you still make choices?
Are you saying that I'm already dead, medically,
Right.
paramedical, whatever, like
Right.
my breath is already ceased?
Right.
Yeah, then I am dead.
You are dead.
So then.
But you said you can think. You are your body, and you can think because you have a brain or whatever.
Okay.
But at the moment of death,
Yeah.
you can no longer think, but your body, your brain is still exactly the same.
Okay, now I'm going to change my assertions. I'm going to change. I'm going to change. So that's hard to. That's hard argument. I'm already dead, but body is still there.
But you are no longer.
Yeah.
Are you still? You can't be still yourself if you can no longer think, right?
That's good argument. Yeah. So you defeat my assertions. So I change my. I'm going to change my now. I'm going to change. I'm going to change. Now I'm going to say I'm my brain.
Well, then same thing. If you are your brain, what can you? By using your
when you
brain
die,
think?
brain is already dead.
Right.
Okay. So now I'm going to change again.
Okay.
Now I'm going to say I am my name. I am my name.
If you are your name and somebody calls you a different name, are you still you?
Any name, no matter how many names I have, I'm all of them. I am my name.
Geshe.
So if you were born and nobody named you, you would not exist.
See, yeah, you go to the point now. See, you go to the point. Yeah, you are saying how about before I was named,
Yeah, if you
I
had
was
no
already
name,
born.
you would not exist.
No names. Oh, see. So now finish. All the assertion, all my assertions is gone. So what is it? Now I'm going to say I'm my. Now what I'm going to say. What are you going to say? What are you going to say? Who are you now? What are you going to say? I already said my body cannot sustain that, cannot keep that. My brain. Huh? Your feeling, that's the when you're dead, your feeling is gone. Are you gone? Then that means like game over. There's no difference, not much difference. So then you cannot talk about something goes on. Yeah, so that's how you debate in the monastery. You ask, then you have to say, oh, I don't want to talk. That's not fair. You cannot say that. No, you can't say that. Because there's 100 people watching you. You can't say, I don't want to talk. You say that. Yeah. There's no hour to, there's no time. Everybody's waiting right there. Yeah.
Well, they say you never die if people remember you. So.
Huh? Oh, yeah, that's yeah, that's good argument. If you say my name, then you could, yeah, indirectly, are you saying that you never die?
Well, if people don't know your name, they know things you've done, like,
Well,
people know the things you've done, the imprints you made on their life. So, they might not know your name, but they might know, oh, this guy stopped and helped me on the side of the road, and they'll always remember that guy. So if they remember you, you're never dead, because you're always in someone's mind.
mm.
Without a name, but they got that image of you, so you're still, you're still.
So
living
now
for the
now the question is, what is self? It's not name, it's not body, it's not brain, it's not mind. What is it?
Self is what you leave behind, what people remember you, like, your children, your homes, the houses you build, the lives you change. Like, even when you're gone, if you had good deeds or bad deeds, people gonna remember you from your deeds that you've done.
You are saying the self is the memory. Memory,
Yeah,
huh?
memory, yeah. Memory and thoughts of people who have thoughts of you, memories.
Yeah, but eventually
No, no.
most people will die.
It's not like me versus him. It's like we versus we.
So you could say like, yeah,
But that's right.
yeah. They say that's when you don't exist, when no one remember you.
Eventually all those people are gonna die.
Yeah, but everybody's dead that was
was
around when
here.
George Washington was here, and people still remember him.
Memories. Then like how many you have like you are saying that your memory
Excuse me.
memory of other people, that's you.
Well, I'll live in them because I live in their memories.
No, I say now what
What's? No, but you're aware of your dreams.
Not always, because when you sleep, you're not always in the dream state.
I think on some level, well, maybe not.
You're
but
not. You're not. There are different states of sleep, and you're not always in the dream state. There's a state where you don't have consciousness, and you're in a deeper state of consciousness, but you don't have awareness.
But you're in a, well.
You don't- I
So
mean, you don't
conscious and
remember
awareness,
everything in your
so
sleep
okay,
state.
so I didn't say so awareness and consciousness. Maybe I use those a little bit interchangeably. So there is certainly different levels of awareness.
But when you sleep, you don't hear, you don't see, right? You don't hear the sounds outside. You don't see what's going on. Not when you're in this deep sleep state. You can't hear. You
yeah,
don't.
that's only when you're in deep sleep, there's only one mind, there's like mental
But you're
mental is
breathing, right?
active.
You are
Other
breathing.
than that, all
who's
of them
who's
is
breathing?
your awareness is not breathing.
Well, who's breathing? Who's breathing?
Your body. Your body is breathing.
How's your body breathing, though?
Your heart is functioning.
Yeah?
Your heart produces electrical impulses. Yeah.
But your brain is
Your
regulating
brain
this.
is functioning, but you don't have awareness.
Well, awareness, so again,
No.
You don't have the ability to perceive your feelings. You don't have the ability to perceive sight. You don't have the ability to hear sound.
well, but that's not, awareness to me is infinite, so it encompasses
So
that.
then you should define awareness, I guess. then.
What's that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Maybe that idea is already exists thousands of years ago. So argument in the teachings, in the books, it brings what kind of argument? If somebody say, "I'm my awareness," so argument according to the book, not this book, some other books I read about the ultimate truth. That book says then like does aware that then the argument is raised like can anybody can see you? Do how you say? Do anybody can anybody or can anybody see you? Then probably it's hard to say nobody sees me. That's kind of like very obvious mistake. You cannot say nobody sees me. Probably you are reluctant to say that because it's very obvious, and people like so how come that? So then, if your answer is yes, so then there's another question rise. Then the second question that I said, does awareness has shape, color? Then you probably